over these last few weeks, one of the few routines that I haven't kind of like blown up is meal prep. And I still meal prep. And meal prep for me really helps me, especially at lunchtime, right? We're all working from home. I just want to come down, throw something in the microwave and be done. Or I make a big ass salad. So I just want to throw some veggies in there, chop them up, throw my chicken in, and boom, 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 I'm done. I don't want lunch to be this huge production, right? I typically cook my dinner fresh every night, and I don't really have a big problem making breakfast. But here is where I challenge most people to examine, where do they kind of where do their food fall off? You someone who is out the door at some ungodly hour, so like you really need to make sure your breakfast is prepped. Or you're someone like myself who I typically work from home. Lunch is my thing that I just want to just grab and go. I typically, like I said, I cook dinner fresh. But I've broken down meal prep into 4 steps. And before I get started, I know so many of you, you're like, oh, meal prep. I get it, right? I am not asking you to spend 4 hours in the kitchen. I'm not asking you to put Tupperware all out on your counter and put, have the same food in for days on end. No, that's not my jam. I love variety. I don't like feeling hemmed in. And I feel like when you meal prep and you put the same, you put your chicken, broccoli, brown rice in 4 pieces of Tupperware, that makes me feel hemmed in. So how I do meal prep very differently. I don't like to be in the kitchen. I try to get in and out of my kitchen in under an hour, and that's what I'm going to teach you right now. Okay, it's going to be this quick overview. So the first thing I do is I create a menu, right? I look at my week and I'm like, what's going on? Who's going to be home? Who's going to be eating? Is there a time that I'm going to be out late? Is there a time that someone in my family is going to be out late? What the heck am I making? So that I'm not overcooking, because so many people will tell me that they overcook, or they end up throwing it away. Menuing is my way of planning to make sure that I don't have any extra waste. My second step is in my menuing, I literally go in my cupboards and I'm like, what do I got? Go in my freezers, what do I got? So that I'm not overbuying. I'm not cleaning out my freezer and be like, oh, I forgot I had this. And it's so freezer burnt that I'm never going to eat it, and I end up throwing it away, wasting food and money. So the second place, I go to the grocery store. I have a list, right? There's no roaming up and down the aisles and seeing what's there. I am like Mario Andretti. I'm in and I'm out. The only thing that slows me down these days is the social distancing. But I'm in, I'm out. I go to the same grocery store, so I know where everything is. So it's not like, oh, I wonder where this is this week. Nope, I know where everything is. I go to the same grocery store. Now, if you're pressed for time, I get it. I challenge you to here, I live in New England, we have what we call Peapod. There's Instacart. There's plenty of grocery stores nowadays that have, you shop online and you can just drive up and pick it up. There it is. So that way it saves you from actually going into the grocery store for both time as well as for your health. Then I come home and I cook, right? Now, if you're telling me, oh, I hate cooking, I'm not a big fan of cooking, there are those meal prep services. There are those box meals, so you don't have to think about it. You just, follow the directions. The other thing I challenge you is that there are plenty of, I call it fast food, but it's not McDonald's. So it's the pre-cooked rotisserie chickens, the chicken sausages. There's plenty of pre-done foods at most grocery stores. My grocery store has the pre-chopped, pre-sliced, pre-zoodled vegetables that all you have to do is rinse off, throw it in a pan, and boom, 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 you're cooking. I talked about the chicken sausage, the rotisserie chicken. My grocery store has meatballed, if that's a word, preformed meatball. Is that how it's called? So they take all of it. You literally have to take it out of the package and throw it in the oven and cook it. So if you're someone who's like, I can't cook, boom, there it is. It's really simple, really easy for you, and I've taken that off your step. And the last thing is storage, right? So for me, instead of putting in the same thing in the Tupperwares, what I end up doing is I will I'll cook like say 2 starters. So say I'll cook some sweet potatoes and I'll cook some quinoa, and I'll leave the quinoa and the sweet potato in its own individual container. And that way when I feel the urge, like, okay, I feel like having salmon, and oh, you know what, I'm gonna have quinoa, I can make it on the fly and make it more of a buffet than, you know, have it in the individual compartments. But that's how I've simplified and made meal prep, so that I can get in and out of the kitchen without wanting to pull out my hair, without wasting my food, without wasting my time. So if this sounds like something that you want to do, I've created a free meal prep guide. All you gotta do, comments below, grab it, and you will have my secrets to meal prep.